Brought to you direct from Studio 3B at Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, the American Hardwood Advisor is your source for trends, tips, and insights into how the building industry has evolved. Join me, Steve Stack, along with guest builders and industry leaders as we talk shop and go in depth on what it takes to be the best of the best. Dive into topics like architecture, industry trends, project plans, historical tools, tricks of the trade, and life's lessons from more than 6 decades of experience in the hardwood lumber business. Good afternoon, everybody. Steve coming to you from Studio 3B, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, Canton, Ohio. And man, we got a treat for you guys today. After a year and a half, 19 months hiatus, they've left the kids out of the room and they're allowed to come out and play. We have the one, the only, the famous Doug and MaryAnn from K105 right here in what they refer to as K Country and the Mahoning Valley and beyond.
Yeah.
Welcome, guys. So good to see you.
Oh my gosh, good to see you too.
It's nice to be out. I've been honed up in that studio of mine for 20 months now by myself. MaryAnn broadcasting from her house because we were separated. But now this past week we're back together in the room. It's working.
We're out with you, and it's like even more so, more fun.
It's been too long.
It has. And for everybody feels that way.
I think we're making the curve, and we're gonna get straightened out and go with it again. As we've talked in the past with some of my associates, and business is business, but the relationships you build through doing business, I can't think of a better example than K105 Brand, Baird Brothers Brand, what you guys represent for K105 and what Baird Brothers portrays. The companies are parallel, and our approaches are very similar. And without ado, and I've told you in the past, and I'll say it 100 times again, how much we appreciate that relationship. How long, and I've tried to think back, and I can't, how long have we been in partnership with one another?
Pushing 15 years, something like that?
Oh, no. Well, yeah, but I think as far as the advertising goes, it goes way beyond that. Because I think when I started at the radio station, I was doing the newscasts, and I remember the line, Baird Brothers, a cut above the rest. That was the tagline, because you had one, for one of your sponsorships and stuff.
Yep.
So you're talking 35 years ago. That was when the actual advertising but then the partnership that we started even more intensely, that was probably about 15 years maybe.
Because the Red, White, and True event's been going on for 10 years now, been a part of that. But
Right.
we were a part of Baird Brothers years before that,
Yeah.
so it's got to be that much
So
fun.
a long time, Steve.
So I can remember your associate, Cindy
Yeah.
Duncan, coming out and chatting with Helen at that time, was in charge of all the marketing and radio and TV and stuff. And yeah, that's been a while.
It's such a great partnership because you know how we feel about you and you feel about us the same way, and it just works hand in hand. And we try to make that work together. Those relationships.
Well, and I like to think that you guys are the class of what you do in the valley, and
I don't know where you heard that from.
I told him to say.
Isn't there some of those rating numbers and stuff that reflect that? Excuse me, but no, in all seriousness, it's been an easy relationship to foster, especially over the last 15, 16, 17 years. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy. Whether, everybody says, well, you connect with somebody, you don't connect with somebody. Well, or you work at it and it goes along. We were fortunate, I think, in that we've connected over the years. Fun times at the fair.
Yeah.
Doug mentioned Red, White, and True. You were there for the first one. And
Those are the most fun events we do at the radio station. Those things. It's a ton of people. It's a long day, but my God, it's so much fun.
we have, and that's, how much easier is life if you approach it? Get your job done, yes, but make it enjoyable. Have fun with it. And you guys do the same. You know, I hear you guys' antics on the radio in the morning, and going back and forth with each other. And it's a jab and a poke, and let's have some fun and move on. And it just makes it so much easier. So, Doug, I got to ask, how bad did you miss her for 19 months?
It was different, but I knew we had to do it because of the way the world was right now. It was better to be separated, but it worked out. The technology was able to get her on the radio with me. Just we were separated. It's tougher to do the show that way. I noticed it this week because we're working together, how much easier it is when you can see the person you're actually talking to and not like talking to them on the phone. It's so much more fun.
A lot of people said, "Oh, you're still from home." I can't tell. How do you guys do that? Do you script it?
No, we're very skilled at what we do.
And we don't script it. I think if you work with somebody long enough, you kind of know how to finish their sentence, basically. You know what I mean?
Oh, very much so.
It just becomes that way, and it just becomes a comfort zone and stuff like that. But yeah, now it's like reprocessing, and we're together again in the studio, so it's a lot different too.
It's relearning a little bit, but I think we're getting back to the old routine the way it was years ago.
You make fun of that. I mean, that's what it is. It is what it is. You're going to be uncomfortable. We're going to step on each other again, to get used to this again. It's okay.
How
many years has it worked?
Oh,
you got this one.
Couple at least. We've been together for 31 years. Wow. So apparently it must be working. Or
how cool is that?
Well, it's really cool because I didn't know who he was. He was at the radio station. I was in mornings. He was afternoon. He never showed up for meetings. And they go, "Oh, we want you to work with Doug." I go, "Doug who?" I go, "Who is Doug? I never see Doug in the office."
Wasn't I famous back then too?
and that's how we kind of, became a team at that point because, it just happened that way.
Yeah,
it's
they
just
thought
funny.
it would work. Somehow the people above us knew it would work, and it seems as though it did. It did work.
It caught on. It caught on.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, we know how we enjoy you here at the facility, at home, in the car, and this and that. But I just got to say it again. God, we missed you guys.
We missed you too. Not seeing everybody. Oh.
No, just being able to stop at the studio to do this or that, and not being able to do that, and not being able to have you folks out, and I mean, we're very excited moving forward now. We can have some fun back here. Think about it at Red, White, and True, even, running tours through, being set up back here, and it's going to be fun, and to catch you guys up a little bit. This area, the studio corner, the workshop side, a couple years ago, we were up in Concord, Massachusetts, and we had the privilege of visiting, that company we work with once in a while, this old house group. Mm-hmm. They took myself and another coworker to their studio, and we came home and we said, "We've got to have one of these." We've got to have one of these. And moving forward, this facility, this little studio corner back here in Studio 3B, it's going to be educational, it's going to be informative, it's going to be a relationship builder with existing companies we deal with, customers, and hopefully it will build new relationships. Mm-hmm. And so, fun we're going to have. We're going to have projects. We're going to have guests just like yourselves coming in. We've got some different things lined up. As you can see around, we use some of the antique tools for some decoration, and we've got our interview desk, this beautiful old woodworking bench. We're going to have experts come in and talk about this stuff. And how, just like today, and we see technology changing our business in the shop, back in the day, if you had one of these, this was a modern piece of equipment. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna travel through time and highlight some of the equipment and the hand tools and the introduction to electric motors and saws and things like that. So everything that goes on back here, we want our audience to enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And in the same time, we're going to have fun doing it.
Mm-hmm. Well, like the room we're in right now, I've watched the videos of putting these things together. I love those. I love the way you do that stuff. And you can do more of that with that.
And that's it. And I never would have dreamt that we would be reaching out to our audience. We still have our traditional media, per se. You guys at K105, some of our local TV media. But this takes us to another generation and of prospective new customers, educating some younger folks, telling some stories with some older folks, and sharing that, and we're going to try and bring it all together.
Yeah. Well, we talk about it on the radio, but this brings it to life because you can see exactly what goes on.
Yeah.
In the videos.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We've got some interesting things on the menu for here, and
it's exciting.
It is. It really is exciting, and through all of our social platforms, you're going to be able to follow Baird Brothers. You're going to be able to learn about Baird Brothers. You're going to be able to learn about our friends, and we're gonna dive into this. We've been working hard at it, and this is I want to think the first of many visits from you guys, and we're gonna come out. We're gonna talk about all kind of stuff.
Well, like you
how'd
said.
your garden do this year?
Pardon me?
We didn't even get to talk about our gardens this year.
I had a great garden with the tomatoes.
Yeah.
Peppers, not so much. Tomatoes, really good. How about yours?
How about your green beans?
I didn't put those in.
So Lisa owes you some.
They take over the whole garden, don't they? They climb all over the garden.
You didn't do that many this year. Your tomatoes you're big on.
Tomatoes
He
really
could
good.
eat like a dozen tomatoes a
But
day.
yours was good this year?
It worked out okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
but you
Okay
have
for
enough
you.
to can and stuff like that. I didn't have that many.
It's a harvest. It's not just canning. It's everything,
It's
like,
massive.
I like the way you correct him.
well, I think that's what I'm paid to do, actually.
Especially
You know what I
not
mean?
correctly.
That's why they brought you in, huh?
I think that might be it. I think that's it.
No, seriously. I mean, the things that we missed out on over the course of the last 20 months, like you said, Doug.
I came to the fair looking for you, but of course, everybody's not there at the same time, And that's what people used to say to us. We'd come to the fair to look for you. Yeah, of course, we didn't make it this year, as, together, he and I, but.
How odd was that? And you just touched on a relationship, and I mentioned it earlier, our relationship at the fair.
Yeah.
Was it Thursday, Friday, Baird Day on K105?
Yes.
And, we miss doing that and spending time up at the tent and broadcasting up there with you folks, and then going to the fair this year and not seeing
The way it used to
K105
be,
and your partners represented there. It was different, and
we love people. So, we could see the more people we see and just have a conversation with, that's our thing. I think, and I think that's how you guys are here at Baird the same way. You love their customers, but they're people, and you love those relationships. And we're the same way.
And I've got to witness it firsthand for almost the last 10 years now, with you guys, at our Red, White, and True event, and then also at the fair. And it's that relationship that you guys have built with your audience. I witnessed people busting into your tent at the fair, and Doug, MaryAnn, and you guys are right in the middle of broadcast, and you don't miss a beat. You throw a hand up and you keep talking, or here at our facility for Red, White, and True, and you connect, and
That's what life is about, I think. I mean, what are we here for,
We're
connect
happy to
with
do
people.
what we do, and we're lucky people like what we do.
Yeah.
So we're blessed. I think we're blessed.
very much so, Doug. Very much so, and that's I feel the same way, and whether it's a Baird K105 relationship of what we're honing in at 35 years or 30 years, and more recently our 15 plus year relationship, I can flip flop that to customers that I have up in the Mahoning Valley. Customers become friends, become lifelong relationships, and in Cleveland and down in the Pittsburgh, in our region, there's more to selling wood,
You get customers, but you get friends too.
Yeah.
And that's what makes a great business.
Yeah, and the same thing with your listeners.
It's our job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it works out really special. So glad to have you guys back.
Oh, this is great.
Awesome. I find comfort in knowing you guys are both back in the studio at the same time. That way, if you get out of line, she can give you a backhand and everything's good to go.
When you're not back in time and the song is over, I can take over. Because I don't know where you go.
Sometimes I have to get away from you. I have to go. I have to wander.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, buddy.
You gotta go.
You keep going, Doug.
I will.
But seriously,
Thanks
glad
for
to have
having
you
us.
back.
Thank you for having us here to see this and to, experience it with you firsthand. This is wonderful.
Yeah, we've just been chomping at the bit to have you guys out, and I'm glad we finally had the opportunity to do it. And by all means,
now we know where to find you.
Yeah, this is where I'll be hiding. This is where I'm going to be hiding, and we have a lot of work planned out here. And so, to our customers, pay attention. Facebook, Instagram, all the social platforms, and these guys aren't going to be strangers. You will see them again.
We may be strange, but not strangers.
There you go, buddy. So for now, Steve Stack, Doug and MaryAnn, Studio 3B. Hang in there, folks. We'll see you again. For all you folks listening, thanks for talking shop with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. If you've enjoyed this episode and want to stay up to date with the American Hardwood Advisor series, give us a like and subscribe. For more tips, projects, and inspiration, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, or at BairdBrothers.com. Until next time,